Excuse me. All right, sick. It looks like everything seems to be going smoothly right now. Let's see here. All right, guys, I'm just going to start in just a little bit. I want to go ahead and give a little bit more time for viewers to go ahead and catch up. Go ahead and give them time to tune in, if you will. How's everyone doing right now? How y'all doing? How was your weekend? I'm actually very curious about that. Mine was incredibly busy. I had Milsim West this week. It was freaking cool. There was a lot of crazy shit that actually happened, a lot of weird things that I saw out there. But yeah, just waiting right now a few more minutes to go ahead and let chat go ahead and give them an opportunity to tune in. Let's see who we got right now. Let's see. Jason, crazy Jason, what's going on, man? By the way, I did see your DM. Don't worry, I haven't had a chance to go ahead and respond back, but you will be getting a response back by tomorrow. So don't worry, I got you taken care of, Jason. Let's see what's going on right now. Who else we got right now? Let's see. We got Darwin's Arbiter, Jeremy Wilson. What's going on? Brewer. What is up, man? Kaylee Steel Moon. Guys, what's up? Hi to you and Mr. Stitch as well. Brad. Hi there from Colorado. Hey, what's up, man? What time is it over there in Colorado? Very, very curious. Alvin 11. Sup, Isaias? What's going on, man? What's going on? Andy Harris. Oh, man. I'm glad to see a lot of these returning names. Team Shadow, Airsoft, what's going on, bro? What's up, everyone? What's everyone up to? Not much. Just got back from work. Made myself a little bit of quick din-din. Very, very tired. It has been a long weekend. I'm still recovering from it. But, no, it is what it is. I'm very happy to be back streaming. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. I'm going to give my guests time to go ahead and prepare as well. It's actually a surprise as to who's going to be joining the live stream today. I wanted to go ahead and kind of leave you guys a little bit of suspense going on there. Let's see here. What's going on here? Jason's crazy. Yeah, no, dude, don't worry. I got you taken care of. Squirrely Nuts Airsoft. What's good, bud? What's going on, bro? Yo, what a dude. Christian Ocampo. Hey, what's going on, dude? Alfonso Justo. Hi. What's going on, man? How you doing today? See here. It's Andy Harris. I'm stoked. My KWA running PW and FDA Rice Brown. Hey, man. Congratulations. I'm glad. KWA Ronin PDW. Awesome choice. All right, let's see here. We got like about 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, and I'll go ahead and actually officially start the actual stream. And I'm just giving the viewers a little bit more time to go ahead and join in, just in case, and giving my guests time to go ahead and prepare. I believe this is going to be his first live stream ever, like doing with it. A lot of the guests that I've had, like this was their first time, but this is also for sure. I believe this is going to be my guest's first time ever, like doing like a public Discord call. So. Or like a call with me, like on Discord for YouTube to go ahead and watch. It's gonna be interesting how this goes tonight. Yeah, guys, if you didn't know, today is actually a Q&A stream. So if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and put a Q right in front of your questions. If you have any questions, again, that can be regarding Airsoft, that can be regarding me, if you're so inclined to ask me questions about myself, or even my guests too. I'm gonna introduce my guest, and if you guys want to ask him any questions as well, feel free to. I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. I want to go ahead and give my guest, when he jumps on, time to go and introduce himself, kind of get a feel for what it's like. Yeah, almost there, guys. Well, like 1 more minute left. And I'll go ahead and start, and we'll try to answer the questions together, too. Let's see here. I should be set up. Everything should be good to go. By the way, make sure if you guys can, also let me know how the audio is coming in. If it's coming in nice and clear, it should be. It looks good. Everything looks good on my end. But again, I always like to go ahead and double check, make sure everything is running as smoothly and as optimal as possible. That sounds like a rhyme. Optimal as possible. Whatever. I'm not gonna rap right now. At 7:35, we'll go ahead and start. What is going on, guys? This is welcome to the next episode of the No Flightless live stream, Q&A live stream with me, your host, Isaias. For those of you that don't know, for any new viewers that we have watching right now, thank you guys for tuning in. It actually means a big deal to me that you choose to go ahead and spend your time hanging out with me and hanging out with the rest of the guys from the Mayo Gang. This is a Q&A live stream, so if you guys have any questions at all regarding Airsoft, feel free to go ahead and leave a Q down in front of the comment. Otherwise, sometimes it can get lost. If it takes me a while to go ahead and get to your question, don't be patient. I will get to it. If anything, you are more than welcome to go ahead and ask it again. Just try not to go ahead and spam it. Don't do it like back to back. I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. I will actually be having a guest on with me, helping me answer some questions, kind of doing the whole back and forth, getting to know him, and like again, letting you guys know if you guys don't know him. He's going to be going ahead and I'm answering some questions. I'm going to introduce him to every single one of you. We also just wanted to let you guys know have some deals going on right now. If you guys didn't know, it is very common for my stream specifically to have a couple of exclusive deals, a little bit of info that you guys can go ahead and use to your own devices, if you will, if you want to go ahead and increase your odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway. For those that don't know, we do a shopping spree giveaway, which basically means that every $20 order that you place through Airsoft GI gets you a chance at winning our shopping spree giveaway. Now, the prize pot starts at $600. However, we have, made the announcements and we've tried to put the information out there, but I guess people still don't think that they can win, right? So they don't end up watching the live stream, and what ends up happening, the prize ends up stacking when we make the announcement of who the winner is. So now we are literally, I'm not joking, we are literally at $3,700 that you could win just by placing a $20 order from Airsoft GI. And that can be literally for anything. It could be for, let's say you want to go on and pick up a Bigger Wins Memorial mystery box, right? Again, that's definitely over $20. You want to pick up a swag pack, you pick up 4 of those, you're going to get an entry into it. You want to go pick up an airsoft gun or any one of the discounted items right now. Many of these discounted items are actually ending. Look at that. In about 4 hours, most of these deals are going to end. So you definitely need to jump on this. Like, these deals are like insane. Some of these are discounted up to like 25% off. We're seeing G&G. We're seeing Elite Force. We're seeing LCT. Tokyo Marui. Like, when the fuck is that ever discounted, right? Or even just any of the new products like the new Vorsk pistols. Many of those are also discounted well. Basically, any order that you spend that's $20 plus, you'll get an automatic entry into the shopping spree giveaway. However, if you want to go ahead and spend your money on any airsoft gun, and I mean literally any airsoft gun that's $100 or more, any orders for an airsoft gun that's $100 or more will get 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. And again, that's for this Thursday's shopping spree giveaway for $3,700. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. It's a freaking fantastic deal. Freaking dope. You pick up one of these new pistols, right? Because these things are dirt cheap too. Like, these things are actually like ridiculously affordable. Pick one of these guys up. You're going to be getting yourself 20 chances of winning the shopping spree. But this deal, this specific one, is going to be ending at when the stream ends. So at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, that is it. It's over. Done deal. Now, if you don't want to go and pick up an airsoft gun, any $50 order that you place before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, again, you'll be getting 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. That is actually a classic for my stream. So again, pick up some BBs, right? Pick up some green gas, pick up all your essentials, or if you really want to, just pick up a $50 gift card. You can do that too. Pick up anything that's $50 or more, and you get 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. But again, guys, you might as well take advantage and pick yourself up an airsoft gun, right? Pick yourself up an airsoft gun, even if it's like a sidearm or something. Again, those new Vorsk pistols, those things are freaking sick. We actually just did a live stream with Cisco earlier in the day. You can go ahead and check that on our main YouTube channel. They're dope, man. They're really freaking cool. And a lot of these are discounted right now. So pick one of those guys up, and you're getting 20 chances at winning $3,700. I'm just saying, it's a hell of a deal that you do not want to miss out. Now, for today's special guest, he is actually someone that I haven't known for like a super long time. We've only known each other for this year, I believe. But honestly, he's been one of the guys that like I was actually surprised at how much like about myself I've opened up to him, and how cool of a person that he really is, and how much we just kind of vibe with each other, right? Like, and he actually joined us. For those of you that went to Operation Coastal Front, BB Wars, he was actually one of the guys that was there. He hung out with us. He was cool, man. He was there from the beginning. And he is actually, I like to refer to him as the runner-up for the second, or I guess the runner-up for the highest prize pot winner for the shopping spree giveaway. The winner of $3,100, my man Real Wild, is going to be joining me on tonight's stream, and he's going to be helping me answer some questions. And if you guys don't know who that is, don't worry. I will give a full introduction to him when he's on here. But I'm going to go ahead and give him a call right now. See here. Sure, give him a call. Yeah, it's about time. It's about that time. Let's see, start voice call. All right, I'm calling him right now. Let me know if when he's on, if you guys can go ahead and hear him properly and everything. Make sure it's all good. Okay, Discord call's good. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Just waiting for him to answer, The suspense is killing me. Let's see here. Hello, is this Mr. James Healy?
Let's see if I got ears on you somewhere, man.
Answer. The suspense is killing me.
Can you guys hear me?
If you guys can go ahead and hear him, let us know. He's coming in clear on my end. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Is this Mr. James?
I can hear the stream in the background going off too. It's so weird hearing my voice as I'm answering as well.
Dig it. I can imagine. Yeah, it's going to be a little disconnected too because I'm still kind of watching it, so it's a little delayed on my computer, but I'll do my best to fake it.
Yeah. No worries, dude. Whatever you got, like whatever you can manage to pull through, that is totally okay. It looks like audio is actually coming in good for everyone. Okay, so if you can, Boss Man is asking if you'd be able to mute your stream. Just if you can. If not, understandable. But if you can, then
no, I think I have.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's not feeding back.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool. Okay. So it looks like audio is still coming in good right now. All right, so Real Wild, you are the winner of a shopping spree giveaway. It was for $3,100, if I remember correctly. That was the first time that I had ever met you when you actually had come in store to collect the prize. That was like the first time that I ever met you. But for those that don't know, why don't you go ahead and give yourself a little introduction to... why is my Skype notification? I literally just turned that off. Why is it... Forgive me. I don't know why Skype does that for me. Okay, I'm just going to quit off Skype there and I'm going to do it on my phone. So why don't you go ahead and give the viewers a little introduction about yourself. Who are you? When did you start airsofting? What got you into airsoft? Sort of a general like introduction for yourself. Why don't you go ahead and let the people know who you are?
Sure, I can probably yammer about myself for a little bit here, but I'll try to keep it succinct, right? I'm just a middle-aged dude with a couple of kids that have an active lifestyle. I used to play paintball competitively when I was in my 20s, and when I got away from it, started a family, stayed with the job, and now I need a way to connect with my kids and still keep myself healthy and exercise and enjoy some of my pursuits. I grew up around firearms all my life. My father was a range master and gunsmith type guy. So there was lots of them in the house. We were all trained from I got my hunter safety license when I was 7 years old, to give you perspective.
Yeah.
So
it's been a part of your life.
Yeah, it's and this for me is kind of an interesting way to connect with it with my kids without it being something that, is lethal.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I can imagine. And less expensive too.
Through practice. Way less expensive on both ends, the getting into the sport and feeding the habit, and then the consequences of, things that could happen with your toys, right? Somebody steals your firearm, they can do a lot more damage than they can do if they steal your airsoft gun. Still feels the same, still the same violation, right?
Yeah, of course. And it still feels like someone just completely fucked up everything that was good in my life literally just goes down the shitter the minute someone takes some of my stuff. Because I've been in that situation where someone steals my stuff. But no, yeah, so it just sounds like you've just been around firearms your entire life. It sounds like something that was very much instilled into you, even from as a young age. Do you feel like your kids have the same level of respect for firearms and the same comfort level as you, or do you feel like it's just slightly different?
I believe they have the same respect. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if they have the same comfort because they haven't had the same exposure that I have.
Oh, all right. All right.
I have a small number that I keep at home.
Sure.
That they're aware of and they're familiar with. They know how to operate. They know how to be safe with. Right. Mm-hmm. But that's because it was ingrained in me that if you're going to have them around, it's your responsibility to teach those in the house how to manage them. Right.
No, of course.
Don't be intimidated by them. They're a tool. Be in charge of them. They're not in charge of you. Right.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I get that. What was actually, you said that you were actually a paintballer first.
Oh, yeah.
You did paintball back in the day. How did you go from paintball? I guess more specifically, how did you go from paintball to airsoft? Because I noticed that's something that a lot of us, even Stitch and myself and Justin, Storefront, that's how we kind of got our starts. But how did it start for you?
So, back in dating myself here, back in the 90s.
All right.
when there was dirt bikes and not many other action sports opportunities.
Sure.
A friend of mine hit me up and said, hey, you should come try this thing called paintball. We went and played, ended up having a pun intended blast, and got hooked, you know. That grew into going out casually, and eventually we put together our own team, met up with some guys that were really good, that knew the circuit, and we were having a lot of fun with, and we said, why don't we just go compete? So we got semi-sponsored, found a store that would supply us paint for, you know, cost and things like that,
Sure.
whatever we could do to afford our habit, as we called it, right? Because any practice was just feeding the habit.
Yeah.
And, you know, we went and competed up and down the West Coast, and we had a ton of fun with it. You know, the traveling together, the camaraderie of guys on the road, packing your stuff up from city to city, you know, based out of LA, but going out to Vegas or down to San Diego or up to Portland or any part in between, you know, for this West Coast tournament series, and just 5 dudes basically in a van traveling up and down the West Coast.
That sounds like a blast.
When you're in your mid-20s and you've got enough time, I mean, I had a full-time job, but I had enough vacation access, that kind of thing, that I was able to make it work. We went to like one tournament a month, and it was just a ton of fun. Then life progresses, you know, job changes, marriage, children happen, don't have so much time and disposable income to feed those habits anymore. Find other things that consume those resources. Literally, like my children, you know, they like horses now, but they've grown well, they're big, they're, you know, my 13-year-old who came with me to Coastal Front, he's 5'10" and 200 pounds.
Jeez.
He's a big corn-fed white kid. Like
That's the diet, man, of every
coach.
Midwestern.
The football coach at his middle school is drooling over him. Please come play on my line. So, you know, but he's a good kid, and he likes to play video games. I used to love playing video games, but now I don't have the time to play video games like I want to.
Yeah.
And if I did, I would get no exercise. So LARPing is my best opportunity. I mix the two genres of doing what I like to do, playing with my kid, and getting to go out and actually compete against other human beings in a situation that demands like attention and focus and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. It's dope. Like you get that sort of like competitiveness in airsoft, but it's not like, I don't know. Well, then again, this might just be me. Like for paintball, I always felt like paintball was a way more like kind of sweaty, a little bit more like competitive, a little bit too try hard for me.
Oh, see, I get that side of it because there's a lot of arrogance in that sport, right? Mm-hmm. Here's a bunch of guys that may or may not have military experience that are playing that role of operator. And when you go out against a bunch of people who've never been trained, it's pretty easy to look good.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of that we contended with, even in this 5-on-5 series that we played for like 2 years. Mm. It was the same circle of guys, and our group was pretty mature about it. We were just out to have fun.
Yeah.
We didn't need our fun to rain on anybody else's parade, except when we, you know, took their win.
Yeah. Oh, no, of course. I mean, it's a competitive hobby at the end of the day. You're there to win. Yeah.
But we were still friendly to people. It wasn't like there was a lot of drama.
Yeah.
You know, and I've only been doing airsoft for about, I want to say it's a year and a half now.
Yeah, so fairly newer, like to, or at least fairly newer to airsoft specifically, but you've been in that sort of like competitive scene for some time.
Yeah, new to these tools. Well, I was away from it for a good 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like I went and had a whole nother adult life, and then my kids are now old enough to get into it. And that's how I got started. My son said, hey, Dad, my buddy wants to go play airsoft. Can we go? So we said, sure. Let's go check it out. I've done paintball. It's got to be the same thing. I used to, you know, before paintball, my brother and I used to shoot BB guns at each other.
Yeah.
You know, but that was the 70s and it was allowed.
Yeah, no, things were way different back then. It was a Wild West back in the day. It was literally like, I mean, that's how airsoft like started, right? It was like, you know, a bunch of guys like just shooting these replicas, right, of their guns like in their backyards and in like public places, like, or just not like abandoned places, and then it just kind of spread from there. But like, no, yeah, like I totally get that. Like, I I got my start too, like doing paintball as well, and it was just like kind of for me. It was more like just seeing it. That was another thing that was being played. I would literally just go out after like a match, and I would see like these other kids on the field, and I'd be like, oh man, that paintball gun looks really really realistic. There's no tank on the top, or there's no hopper, like big ass freaking hopper tank on the top or anything. Like, what is this? And then I'd look, I'm like, oh, that's airsoft? Like, that's a thing? Right? Cutter brought up a good point. It's like, well, it wasn't allowed. You just didn't get caught. Yeah, no, Cutter, you're right. It was true. It wasn't like it was allowed that you would go to these like abandoned places. You would just go, and hopefully, security guards weren't there. You would just be like, oh, well, we'll just get out of here in case we see something. Oh, that's funny. Sure, yeah, so like a year and a half, like that's pretty dang cool. How big is your airsoft collection right now?
Oh, well, thanks to some extreme luck with you guys.
Sorry, we're fueling your addiction.
Very fortunate. I've been very fortunate. Well, like my ambition is to, have enough gear to outfit my kid and his friends whenever they want to go play.
Sure.
And like not having stuff be the problem.
Yeah.
Get your parents to sign a waiver. We got you covered on the rest of it. Field fee. Make sure that you've got some safety protection, right? Like I don't have a bunch of masks, but we get those at the field for right now. The primary objective for me is to make sure there's something that these kids can carry and have a good time with. Gotcha. So that's what I've been putting my effort into, is just like, I've got a couple of nice pieces that I've collected off the cream of the crop so far, and have a few more on pre-order. So I've been very fortunate. I won a monster mystery box from you guys, like the second thing I think I ever purchased from you guys. I picked up one mystery box, got a nice battle axe, works great for my applications, perfect size and weight for the kids. So, hey, that was a pretty solid win. Let me do another one. The next box showed up with four AEGs in it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. You and Brewer, like for whatever reason, you guys have like insanely good luck when it comes to like these like raffles or like bonus raffles that we do, or like the mystery boxes. You guys get like really really good like luck. Even I don't know if you remember when we went to US Airsoft World, when they were doing the raffles on the field, like the free giveaways. Freaking Brewer won a raffle there, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
He won the box I gave away there.
I was like, what the heck? You could have just given it. It would have been easier to just hand it to him,
Right. I wouldn't know how to drive all the way to do that, right?
Yeah, Jesus. Freaking drive all the way to do that. But guys, before we continue, want to go ahead and let you know that, remember, any $20 order that you place automatically enters you into the shopping spree giveaway. And this is the same shopping spree giveaway that Real Wild had actually won a couple months back, and we do it again. We do it every Thursday. He is the winner of $3,100. This time around, though, the prize pot has increased to $3,700. You guys do not want to go to miss out on an opportunity. Remember, any $20 order that you place, it can be literally for anything, BBs, green gas, if you want to buy a gift card, literally anything $20 or more, and you'll automatically be entered into the giveaway. However, just like every stream that I do, I always try to give you guys as many opportunities as possible. If you place a $50 order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight, you will be getting 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, that could be for BBs, green gas. You want to buy an airsoft gun? By all means, literally any order that's $50 or more, you get 5 chances of winning. However, for tonight only, if you place an order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, before that time frame, for an airsoft gun, and it could be literally any airsoft gun that's $100 or more, you'll be getting 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. That's 20 entries into that giveaway, and that's for $3,700. You guys do not want to go ahead and miss out. And if you guys are feeling lucky, because again, Real Wild said it himself, he won 4 airsoft guns from one of the monster boxes that we gave away. If you want to win something dope, guaranteed dub, make sure to check out the Bigger Wins Memorial YouTube Unboxing Mystery Box. It's going for $220 right now, but you are guaranteed a retail value of like $250 or above. So, and we grant requests too. This is just like the premium and Bigger Wins YouTube Unboxing Mystery Boxes that we normally do. You are guaranteed a higher retail value than what you actually paid for. Cisco does grant requests on those. So if you guys say, hey, I'm a new player, I would like something that's good for both indoor and outdoor, or hey, I've been playing for years and years and years and I'm tired of this platform, can you get me something unique? Or hey, maybe you don't want a gun, Maybe you want tactical gear. You want a full loadout. Hey, guess what? You put that in the notes section. We can make that wish come true. You just have to make sure that you place your order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because this Memorial Day box, first of all, this Memorial Day box is timed. It's literally limited. So as soon as today ends, that's it. This box is going away. It's not coming back. This is the only day that you have left to go ahead and take advantage and order one for yourself. So make sure that you place your orders. Now, we also, in case you guys didn't see, we also have a new mystery swag pack available right now. The mystery swag package V14. You can win, and the prize for this bad boy is going to be the $315 MGC4 Mark II. So we were able to go in and secure one for this swag pack, and you don't want to miss out. We already put Real Wild. We placed a pre-order for him using that credit that he had, and it's on the way right now. And you guys, these MGC4s are coming in soon, like really, really soon. You do not want to go ahead and miss out. So if you want to win one potentially for just $5, I'm just saying, order 4 of these, and you get an entry into the shopping spree giveaway. All right. So I think it is time to go ahead and answer some questions. What do you think?
Oh yeah, man, bring it.
All right, let's see here. Let's see if I can find some
scroll
questions.
back
Now,
here and
because Real Wild is fairly newer to Airsoft, I'm going to go ahead and try to answer the majority of them. However, I will try to go ahead and get his input in as many of these questions as I possibly can. Okay. PM asks, Q, does the new Atlas GBB sniper rifle use KCO2 magazines? Eden he just answered it for me. Yes, they do. They do take the new KCO2 magazine. And in case you haven't seen them, let's see here. What is it? Atlas Custom Works Sniper Rifle. Do you own any gas blowbacks, Real Wild?
I don't have any gas blowback rifles. I've got some pistols.
Gotcha. Honestly, if you were looking for, what's your opinion? Because I know you're a real firearms guy. What's your opinion on the 1022?
Oh, the Ruger 1022?
Yeah.
As a firearm platform?
Yeah.
It's one of the best training platforms around.
Hell yeah. No, I do like the 1022s a lot. And that was actually one of the first, actual rifles that I shot, because I mostly grew up shooting pistols as a kid, right? When I would go to shooting ranges and stuff. But my first rifle that I shot was actually a 1022. This guy is actually really cool. These are the new Atlas Custom Works gas blowback sniper rifles. These things are so fun. If you're ever looking for just a good 1022 repro, then definitely want to go ahead and check these guys out. There's 2 versions. You can get a solid black or a black and tan, a two-tone. They're fucking cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, these are nice, and they use the original KJW KCO2 magazines. So if those are still available, we still sell those. And if you see them out in the wild, they're still going to be compatible with it. But they do sell their magazines individually. And for $275.99, that's actually a pretty damn good deal too. Definitely worth checking out. All right, next, moving on to the next question. Let's see here. The Dapper Geek asks, thoughts on the KWA LM4D. The LM4D, let me go and pull that up for you guys right now. The LM4D is basically what I wanted the LM4 to be originally. The LM4 has a lot of history behind it when it first came out. It was dope, right? It is literally the professional training rifle, right? So many law enforcement agencies that I know use the LM4 system as their training platform, right? When they don't want to go ahead and use real firearms for new cadets. I get it, it's cool, right? The recoil, while it's not exactly the same as shooting 223 or 5.56, it's pretty damn good, honestly. It's gonna simulate. You can have that really nice, solid kinetic feedback every time you shoot. It's a solid gas blowback platform. And they made serious improvements with the D version, improving the hop-up system. Because the hop-up was the only thing that I always recommended people upgrade after a while with their KWA LM4s. Thankfully, mine hasn't really given me too many issues, so I still keep mine stocked. But I know a lot of people have had issues in the past. So going for the D version, the new updated one, it's actually, you don't have to do anything with it. This thing is freaking rocks. Justin actually brought his out to BB Wars Coastal Front, and he was stacking bodies, man. He was doing real well with it too. So definitely worth checking out if you are interested in a solid gas blowback rifle that you don't have to touch the internals for whatsoever. Okay, let's see here. Pro-Win M4 hop-up unit versus Max CNC M4A hop-up unit. The Pro-Wins have been around for a while. I think I'm more prone to the Max. Again, this is all going to be preferential. My thing with hop-up chambers, if you have a solid hop-up chamber as is, nice rotary style, and it works, and you're not having any sort of issues, why replace it? That's always been my mentality when it came to hop-up chambers. Now, if you do want the Max, then I say go for it. I don't really see too much of a reason to go with the Pro-Wins anymore when other options are available. I know the Pro-Wins were the go-to back then. like maybe 5, maybe even like 7 years ago. But I just don't really feel like there's much of a point anymore, especially when Max does such a really good job. But again, that's only if you really, really want it. Personally, I've always been more of a fan of, again, just if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? If your hop-up chamber is working just fine and it's hopping every single BB, great. I would say more importantly, focus on the upgrading the inner barrel, the bucking, and the hop-up nub, right? You can honestly go with like a unicorn airsoft like inner barrel combo where it's going to come included with the bucking and the nub, and you are set. You don't have to do anything else at that point. All right, let's scroll up a little bit. Trying to move up, see if I see any more. Okay, would a Titan 3000 milliampage 11.1 be good for a Kitty Boy Ronin T10? The problem with the Titan batteries is that they are a lot thicker. Like, and I do mean thick. The Ronin T10, here, let's pop that up for you. The Ronin T10 does use the EPS stock, which does offer plenty of battery space. But I think even with the Titan batteries, they're thick, man. Like you have one, right?
I have one, and I actually bought it to go with my original T10, and it fit that stock like a beast.
Okay,
now,
good.
I have another battery that I got from Amazon that is even thicker than the Titans, and it still fits, but it's snug.
It's a little cramped in there, huh?
Yeah. I'm waiting for restock on those stocks.
I know. I don't worry. I haven't forgotten. I know you.
No, I know you haven't forgotten. I'm waiting on them for that reason because I've got some of those batteries, and that's the only stock I've found that really holds them well.
I think with some of the like problems that I've seen with like the Titan batteries, maybe not that one specifically, is that I have seen that the wiring sometimes, because of how thick the battery is, in addition to all the wiring there, it's kind of hard to manage it. The EPS does a pretty good, I think out of all the stocks that are available out there, it's probably one of the better ones you can get if you're looking for just straight battery storage space.
Yeah, like that end cap will swallow, like if you want to, I run the 3000 milliamp Titan and I stuff an 11.1 backup all into the stock.
Yeah, that's freaking super convenient to be able to go ahead and just stuff it all in there. I think the APS, if I'm not mistaken, I have to double check which one. I think it still holds the record for like most amount of like 11.1 stick type batteries you can stuff in there. I think when we tested it was like 5. Wow. You can put 5 11.1 like 1000 milliampage batteries in there and it will still fit. Let's see.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any more questions. Okay, Alfonso Justo asks, how hard is the blowback on the GHK Glock 17? Do you have experience with the GHK version or just the Elite Force 1?
The only thing I've got experience with is a WeTech G-Force or G-Series.
G-Series, yes, G-Series.
A Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
And then I've got an R603.
Okay.
And then, Pit Viper. Mm-hmm. The Pit Viper here is one that I'm pawing. That's the one that I bought on your promo that scored my win.
Yeah, there you go, man. Hey, man, I'm just guys, viewers, I'm saying the promos, they work. They 100% work. I'm just saying, real wild this year. I didn't even ask him to say that. He said it himself. Oh, just throwing that out there. But yes, so with
like it is, man.
Yeah. No, 100%. No, so like with your we'll take the hardest kicking one. Would you say the Pit Viper is like the hardest kick like pistol that you currently own right now?
Of what I own, yes.
Okay, so imagine, because I've shot the GHK Glock 17.
It's pretty smooth. It's really not that. It's not that brutal.
With the Pit Viper, it's like really smooth. That's gonna be like the one phrase I'll always use to describe it. But with the GHK Glock 17, that is like, what is it? The 7-pound trigger pull. Like it's insane. Like it's supposed to feel. Like that trigger pull is supposed to be like 1-to-1 with an actual Glock too. It feels real when you're holding and you're pulling that trigger. The kickback is strong, but it's not like crazy. Obviously, it's airsoft, right? There's only so much that you can do to replicate it. But I'm gonna be honest, the GHK does a really damn good job. If you were ever in the market, I don't know how you feel about Glocks in like in real world, but for airsoft, honestly, the GHK that comes really fucking close. That comes really close.
Yeah. I don't have a ton of experience with Glocks. I mean, I've shot them, but I'm more a Beretta guy.
Oh, interesting. I you know what? I'm with you on there. Actually, I really, really love a good like Beretta. Like the M9 is just such an iconic pistol. Like it's such a shame that not too many people like still run it because I'm like, why? Like it's such a cool gun. Have you not seen like any 80s or 90s action movies?
I I like it just for the way it performs. I mean, it's stable, balanced, easy to put back on target very quickly, and that's really what you're looking for in a sidearm.
Yeah. No, I think there was even like debates about this too. I remember watching like, I forget, was it Spec? I forget what the name of the channel was. Was it Shift Fire? I don't remember what the actual or Gameology.
It might have been Shift Fire.
I was watching it where Travis Haley had actually come on. He was talking about his experience in Force Recon, right? And he would always say that he would get a lot of shit from all the other guys on his team because he was like the one guy that would rock an M9, right? He was the only guy in his team that would rock an M9. Everyone else had like 1911s. And they would all give him shit for it's like, oh, 9mm, 9mm versus 45, right? And it's like, don't get me wrong, I like 45. I feel like I'm a better shot with 45 than 9mm for some. I don't know why, right? You would think it'd be the other way around. But he would always like say like, everyone would laugh at me because I'm rocking an M9. But it wasn't until we were actually on the field when everyone was out of ammo and I was the one guy that was left still with plenty of ammo in my M9 mags. No one was laughing then because I could still keep like suppressive fire with a sidearm.
Right. Well, I mean, that was one of the things. The capacity was good for me, and you tune the trigger right, nice 4.5 pound trigger pull, and that platform responds as quick as a 1911. And I have the same equal experience with both, and I prefer the Beretta.
No, honestly, dude, I'm with you there. I love, even though again, I think just natural, like skill wise, I have a more natural inclination to be able to shoot more accurately with a 40. Again, don't know what the fuck is going on with me, why I can shoot better with 45 than 9mm. But if I had a choice of what platform to go with, I love a good M9, man. I can't even front. I love that magazine capacity. I love the way it looks. It feels right in the hands. And anytime I get to use it in Airsoft too, I will always take that chance. Like I have the I mentioned it before. I have the Elite Force M9, the CO2 one. Dude, that's like my favorite pistol in my collection. Because I'm going to be honest, the semi-auto doesn't work anymore, so it's only full auto.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, but that shit shoots so fast. Like, it almost seems like it's fucking DSG, like a DSG AEG. It's just like, I'm confident in saying that it shoots faster than like 30 RPS. Like, that thing is ridiculously fast. Just... And like you hear that from across the field, you're gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go push that direction. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not going that way.
No,
everybody else go that way, not me.
Not me. All right, let's see here. Kaylee Steel Moon says MGC4 Mark II swag packs. Let's do this. That's right. How fast can we sell out? I don't know, Kaylee Steel Moon. How fast can we sell out, guys? The swag pack. Let's see. I might have moved past it. I'm gonna go back to it. There we go. Hold on. Almost there. We're almost there. It's coming up right about here. There we go. The Mayo Gang Mystery Swag Package V14, guys, $5. It's $5. Order 4 of these bad boys, and you get yourself an entry into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, let's see if we can try to go ahead and sell this out by tonight. I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of cool. Maybe Boss Man, if he's listening right now. Maybe let's give the people some incentive, right? What would happen if we were to go ahead and sell out by tonight? If we can sell out of my stream, if everyone in the chat right now, right, can order like a few of these bad boys, if we can sell out, I don't know, maybe we might throw in something. I'm just saying, it'd be really freaking cool. I want to see how fast the Mayo Gang can go ahead and sell out of something. If we all work together towards one effort and sell this bad boy out, again, $5, and you could win an MGC4 Mark II. That is like the best gun that you can get. That's going to be competing with the Zion Arms R15, in my opinion, honestly, as far as best gun of 2023. But it's the Mayo Gang exclusive gun, something that you guys helped us design. It was a labor of love, and I know that everyone that owns an original MGC4, I know y'all are happy with it. And MGC4 Mark II, y'all are really going to be happy with it. All right, but while we have that going on, I want to go ahead and give a shout out actually to a few people. I want to go ahead and give a shout out Stitch, my boy. He got himself those extra entries. Looks like we got Mark Popejoy with the 5 entries as well. Daniel with the 5 entries. And it looks like Mark again with 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, Mark has the highest odds right now of winning that shopping spree giveaway for $3,700. But you can too. Don't let Mark take that opportunity for himself. Make sure to place an order for an airsoft gun. It can be literally any airsoft gun that's $100 or more, and you get your chances at winning the shopping spree giveaway. And that's 20 chances at winning. You don't want to miss out. Imagine you order yourself just a $100 airsoft gun. It could be like a sidearm, like a pistol or something, and you win $3,700. We're not joking. The winnings are real, and you can be the very next winner, and it only takes one order to place. So place it now, because again, remember, this promo that I got going on, it's for this stream only. The minute it hits 9:30, that's it. The deal's over. So you guys have like what? An hour 20 roughly. An hour 19, I should say, before the deal ends. So make sure that you place your orders now. Okay. D Mega Constructs asks, do you like honestly, I've never known how to say this properly. PASGT, the PASGT helmets. You know, the helmets that like old SWAT operators used to wear back in like the 90s and early 2000s. And you used to see a lot of guys wearing them back in the 80s in those days. Those old big ass helmets. You know what? I will say they're comfy. I if nothing else, even though they may not look the coolest now, you know, they were cool when they came out, man. That was like the newest thing, just like any other piece of technology, right? But they are comfy. They are a little bulky. Personally, if I'm going to go that style, like more retro-ish type of style, I'm going to go with a Mitch helmet, preferably a Mitch 2000 or a 2002 helmet. That's like my go-to helmet when I play Airsoft. But again, to each their own. Everyone has their own preferences. Do you rock helmets when you play?
I've got a bump helmet that I just skin with the cover to change to match whatever I'm wearing.
Gotcha.
But that's just like, you know, the one that keeps me off the ambulance because I have a tendency to run my head into stuff.
Gotcha. I mean, you're a pretty tall dude. I can imagine that like walking around in like especially CQB environments is it's a little rough.
Yeah, you know, I forget that I'm tall and I'm in a box and I stand up straight. Clang. So the bump helmet definitely helps me with that kind of stuff, but I've gotten more cautious the more I play. You know, when I played paintball, it was always just a face mask. So, but it was all outdoors, so I was always just getting caught up in trees and sticks and stuff. But
gotcha. Do you generally have a preference for any type of helmet, or are you just like, all right, I have my bump helmet and like that's it?
You know, it's the first one I picked up, and it works for what I've done so far. You know, when it doesn't fit the application, then you know, I'll look at changing it. Like, I don't know. I guess to me the styles are you know, I'm function more than form.
Of course,
same.
To
put together a look, right? You know, if I was trying to put together like something more Star Wars appropriate for BB Wars, then I would definitely probably not go with the bump helmet. I would start with something else that I could make look more themed appropriate. You know?
No, I get that. I think honestly, I go for more than anything. Like I go for comfort when it comes to obviously, like, yes, there is a certain look that I like to attain whenever I play, because I do like to do kind of like inspired impression kits of certain like units and everything. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to a matter of like comfort wise. Like the helmet needs to be comfortable, like for long periods of time. I don't mind the weight. If it's a little heavy, that's fine. But it needs to be comfortable. Because I mean, I'm going to be playing, because when I do my Milsim games, I'm going to be playing for hours and hours on end nonstop.
Yeah.
I need that shit to be like super comfy. And I do need it to be able to accept like other accessories as well. And I don't mind modifying helmets. It's when it comes down to helmets, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really gonna come down to individual preference. We all have different head shapes. We all have different preferences, and depending on how long you're gonna be playing, can determine what type of helmet you need. Now, again, my preferences are for me. If you feel the same way, then yeah, I definitely would recommend going that route. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be a matter of whatever it is that you prefer. Right, and the same thing with like color too. Worst case scenario, if you don't like the color of a helmet, just spray paint it. That's usually what I do. Like it's like, you don't got the color that whatever. I'll just paint it myself. But yeah, moving on.
Black, you have tan for $10 cheaper. Sure, I can get a rattle can for $10. We're good.
For like $2 at like Home Depot, like spray paint is like, you know, comes in clutch.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I was looking for my helmet, I was looking for retention straps that reminded me the most of my bicycle helmets.
Gotcha. Honestly, like bicycle helmets and like skateboard helmets, those used to be like, that was what you saw like a lot of the guys like in freaking CAG or like Delta Force back in like the early days used to use. They used to use an old ProTech, the skateboarding company. Yeah, they used to wear ProTech helmets.
Yep.
Freaking crazy how far we've come in technology.
You know? Right?
Let's see if there are any more questions.
Yeah, I mean, people invest in the design. There was one in there that I saw somebody's looking for a pistol suggestion.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to find them too. Maybe it's like a newer, more recent one. Let's see, let me scroll down. Okay. Just see here. Trying to see. Damn it, where is it? There's so many. Like honestly, I'm really happy whenever I get like a really like interactive chat. Like that's like everyone's going off, but at the same time, it's also like, oh damn it, like I can't see.
Yeah, it's tough to sift through and find what can I actually question and answer there.
Oh, here's I found a few questions. All
There you
right,
go.
so Mr.
There
God
you go.
asks, when are y'all coming back to D14 in Sanger? So Boaz and Cisco just got back from BB Wars Texas Operation Backbreaker, and apparently it was a really cool event. Again, I always see them having a blast at D14, and I would love it if I could go with them. It's kind of hard to like plan that out because you have to take a flight out there sometimes. But honestly, I would totally be down to go to D14 out in Texas. I'm not too sure when we'd be able to do if we'd be able to do it again this year, but for sure we are going to be back next year. That is 100%. You can bet your ass we're going to be back next year. Hopefully, Rebels can step up their game. But honestly, my Imperial boys, you know what's up. Y'all holding down the fort, making sure that we get the dub no matter what location we're in. All right, next question. What do you think about the LT11B AK? LT11B. Let me see here. T11B. Let me pull that up. Make sure it's. Oh, okay. Oh, I remember these guys. No, these are cool. Again, standard V3 gearbox. You can go ahead and upgrade the shit out of these with whatever it is that you like. 210. That's pretty affordable, honestly, for what it is that you're getting. Like that's doable, especially because you're getting a more modern, right? More modern kit-esque like AK. You can go in and you get the Picatinny I guess quad, not really a quad rail because there is Picatinny up top, but you are getting a lower Riz on there, so you can mount pretty much whatever accessory you'd like. And again, SOP mod stock on there. Yeah, I honestly don't have any. It's not my style for sure. I prefer more like the classic AKs. So I definitely like the AKM, the AKMS, AK-47. You honestly can't go wrong with those. Even now, I think Arcturus. If I had to go with a modern one, I would prefer an Arcturus AK-105. I think those are really dope because they have a micro switch trigger. But again, if you're looking for a project to work on or just something that has that sort of modern profile to it, these aren't bad. I would totally say go for it. 100%. I would say go for it. And again, place your order for this bad boy before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you're gonna get 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. 20 chances of winning $3,700. So I'm just saying, now is definitely the time to go ahead and pick one up. All right, let's see here. Okay, do you have any AKs in your collection?
I actually have the tan version of that one that you have on screen.
Oh yeah, yes. I believe I remember you mentioning that at one point. I completely forgot about that. So have you done anything to it internally, or are you just rocking it stock?
Rocking it stock for now. My oldest son has developed an affinity for it and says, no, nobody touch it. I want to play with that one. So he's all about it, and I'm not going to mess with it if he's happy with it for now.
Sure. Are you an AK enthusiast as well, or are you just gonna stick with the ARs?
I lean toward the M4 platform just because of the habit.
Sure.
It's the one that I know the best and have the most firsthand experience with, so it's very comfortable for me. Weight-wise, varieties and configurations. It's all, Mayo, right? There's a reason.
No. I get it. I'm always just curious to see if is there any and I'm curious about for you, is there any platform or model that you want to see in Airsoft personally, a gun that you really think is cool? It may not be great, but just something you want to see and you would run if it was available.
Well, it's hard because there's so much stuff out there that is very similar to the real world. The next thing that I'm looking for a personal project to get as close to that feel of real steel as I can find is I'm thinking about an MP5 project.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because that's always been one that, I got to handle them when I was at the range with my dad, but here in California, they're kind of difficult to own.
Yeah. That's fair. You have to get the freaking that you could get one an MP5 but it's
don't take it anywhere and try to shoot it because somebody will report you for it.
Well, not only that, but there is one that's it literally uses it's a regular MP5 profile body, right? An MK5 body, but it uses a 16-inch barrel. It's ridiculously long.
Yeah. It's absurd.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
That's to be compliant. Right?
No, absolutely. It has to be compliant. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on California compliant rules. Anyway, not getting political here, but
right. I'm a native. I've grown up with it, and I've watched it deteriorate. And let's not talk about it.
Yep. Moving on. Actually, you know what? You could do, and Okay, I can't say that it is, but you could do a MK5 build. Have you seen the? It comes close to it actually. It comes very close to it. It's not exactly, but it is pretty close to it. Have you seen the ACW Spectre?
I saw a video of that recently and was very intrigued.
Honestly, so for anyone that's looking to build out we'll say a small SMG. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I mean we all know, we all got eyes. You know, it looks very similar. If you type in ACW Spectre on our website, look this up. It's $204. Honestly, hella worth it. Really, really worth it. So I tested a few things out with this bad boy. I used some more, I'll say, traditional furniture that you would find on a model very similar to this, and it actually works. It actually is compatible with it. It is using a standard V2 gearbox. So again, like any M4 internal parts that you would normally put on, it'll work for this, right? Like you can put on new MOSFET if you want to put in new gears, new piston, right? All the main components. You're going to be able to go and find that very, very easily. It is going to be using the more like modern like LT35 BattleX stock, but that's actually kind of a good thing because it's rear wired. You are still going to be getting plenty of battery space with this guy, enough for like 1,100 milliamperage battery in here, and it'll fit no problem. Honestly, and magazine compatibility, I did test those out by the way. Yes, they are compatible with the other platform. I'll leave it at that. I'm just saying, especially for you, if you wanted to get a gun very similar to that, I would say this is 100% definitely a hard recommend.
Right on. Yeah, no, I'm familiar with that stock back there. I've got a couple of Battle X's myself, and yeah, they'll swallow a decent battery for a platform that size.
Oh, yeah. And again, guys, pick this. Again, another option. Just another option. You pick this up, you'll be getting 20 entries into the shopping spree. You have 20 chances of winning $3,700. We make it so easy for you guys to go ahead and get entered into the shopping spree. Make it so easy for you guys to get as many chances as possible. At this point, it's all up to you whether you want to go ahead and take that chance. Real Wild did, and he ended up winning $3,100. I'm just saying. All right, let's see here. Let's move on to the next one. I need a suggestion for a pistol because I deadass thought he said I have my cat ready for 2-day shipping. My cart ready for 2-day shipping. This comes from Milan Nikdam. Okay, so I'll let you take this first one. You've had some experience with gas electric pistols. Out of all the ones that you have, what would you recommend for? I'm not sure if this is your first gas electric pistol, Milan, but what would you suggest real well? Because I'm curious what you would like to go ahead and recommend to other people that are looking to get into gas electric pistols. What do you normally recommend?
Well, I think it depends on your taste and your appetite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. What your budget is going to control a lot of what you want to get. And, everybody's always looking for the most bang for the buck.
Yeah.
I got a good deal on what I carry from my sidearm currently, which is the R603. It fits my hand well. It works flawlessly. It's never failed me when I've needed it. It's always worked good. And I think it's, a solid recommend on that for me based on firsthand experience. My son would say the exact same thing if you asked him about what's his favorite in our collection. That's going to be his Galaxy, because that's the one that he likes and is drawn to.
Sure.
But both are good. I don't know, like we haven't put enough rounds through either one of these yet to see a true durability comparison. But that R603, I'm very happy with it. And I picked up the Pit Viper because, I want something for at home for target shooting, not stuff that I'm going to go run around on the field with.
Gotcha.
And that was a splurge for me. So I was like, hey, and there was a promo, and that was the promo that won me. So I'm glad, very, very happy with that purchase. And the pistol is like refinement,
Gotcha.
It's really dialed, and tolerances are tight, and you can tell, and it feels it. And that's what, when somebody's going to go spend the premium $1 for it, that's the experience that they're after, I think.
Are you the type of person that
it is for me so far?
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. But like, when it comes, you said that you don't take you use the Pit Viper for like mostly target shooting. Have you ever taken it out to the field at all, or never?
Not yet.
Gotcha. Okay, is it more just like fear to like that you're gonna like break something, or?
Honestly, it's because I don't have a holster that'll carry it.
Oh, you should have let me know. I would have given you recommendations.
Well, no, I'd asked, and I've been watching, and I know Stitch and some of the other guys here, the mods in the group, the regulars are asking about stuff like that. So I didn't want to be another pest.
No, don't worry. We gave some recommendations to Stitch. He took us up on it as well. But yeah, no, man. Like if you want to go in and look up like recommendations for holsters, depending on like what kind of mounting system you're looking for. Yeah, man, we got you. Look, for everyone that's like looking for holsters, we got you covered too. There are options that you have available at Airsoft GI. I'm just saying. And again, I'm just going to throw this out there again. Another transition. You pick up anything $20 or more, and that's an entry into the shopping spree. I'm just saying. But again, $50, and you get 5 chances. But again, not till 9:30. But that's actually a really good recommendation when you said the R603. The R603 is actually like really slept on. It's Army Armament is one of those companies that makes like some really dope products for a pretty fair price, honestly, for a very affordable price. A full metal construction throughout. You are going to get that like really nice textured grip, and it's a high kappa, right? If you were looking for like your very first gas blowback pistol, you wanted something that's, for me personally, right, when I get into any sort of hobby, I want something that's going to be very easy to find parts for, right? Whether it's for like a car, whether it's for like any sort of like PC, right? Like I want to be able to get something that's going to be not really modular, but yeah, like it's going to be accepting towards a lot of aftermarket support components, right? Even if I can't find the OEM, being able to take aftermarket parts is going to be like one of the biggest things, right? And the R603 is definitely a platform because again, it's just a regular TM spec high cap, but you can find a shit ton of parts for. All right, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and move on to more questions. Okay, let's see here. It's close thing to a real steel Glock you can get. Horrible trigger. No, Banger Airsoft. All right. Good to see Banger does not like Glocks. All right. There was another one. What is the best Scar H AEG that you have in your store? That comes from Manuel Chief. The best Scar H, let's see here. They're a little harder to find nowadays, but I would say we do have one available, I believe, from Ares. Yeah, here we go. The Ares MK16H. With the quad rail system AEG. This one's actually pretty damn good. This has a unique feature of being able to take M14 magazines. So very, very cool, very convenient. And this one retails for normally $448, but again, it's on one of those guns that's on a shocker deal, but only for like 3 more hours, a little over 3 hours. You have to make sure that you order, honestly, this one. If anything, order this one because you're going to get that super discounted price and you're going to get 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down. Brewer asks, "What are you sipping on?" That comes from Brewer Direct. He's asking you.
Oh, he's asking me because I let the cat out of the bag earlier that I'm drinking one of his beers.
Oh, which one? Which one?
It's the Olek.
Oh, okay.
German style black lager. It is fast to become one of my favorites, and I've been hoarding this last can until some special occasion.
Honestly, like that one, I think I remember trying that one. That one actually was pretty good. I think I remember trying the Olek, and that one was pretty good. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm terrible with remembering the names of his beers. There have been like some that I've tried, and I'm like, okay, this I actually would buy like on a regular basis. Honestly, like he's probably the only guy that I would trust, honestly, when it comes to beer recommendations. Like he understands what I like. Dark Tree. Let's see here. Hey Isaias, any aftermarket handguards available for the new Lancer AKs? Aftermarket for the new Lancer AKs. Let's see here. Let's see which ones he's talking about. Lancer. Because I know there's a few of them that like have like they're the same base model. They've been around for a while, but they have like the new Cerakote bodies. Let's see, Lancer AK. Let's see here. I'm trying to find the exact model. New Lancer AK. Were you speaking directly like about the specific Lancer AKs, or did you mean like the Lancer OEM Kalashnikov USA licensed ones? Because when it comes to like handguards, as long as it's the exact model and it's the right specification, they should technically speaking all work. Some fitment is required from what we do see. Let's see here. Let's see. AK handguard. Let's see. AK handguards. There should be a few models that actually show up when I type this in. Last I checked. Yeah, there are lists. They all sold out. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of the handguards that we have for like AKs, sometimes they do sell out pretty damn quickly. AK furniture does not seem to last very long. Let's see here. I can't seem to find it right now. Again, the 104S and the 103. Okay, yeah, so the Kalashnikov USA. The LCT ones, from what I remember, They should fit on there. I don't remember how much what the fitment is actually going to be required. I remember when Taylor did a custom at one point a long time ago. He was able to get one to fit, but I remember him telling me that he had to file down. I don't remember which component, which part specifically, but I do remember him saying, yeah, like once you file that down, it should be like a pretty easy fit. So if you type in LCT handguard, that should make it a little easier. Like if you wanted to put a real wood on there, or if you wanted to put like a Z series, Z series, right? That should work as well, as long as you're getting the right version. So AK-74, yeah, this would probably be the one that I would say for that one. Why is my dog crying? Like she's just chilling out there. This would probably be the one that I would say that one should work for 74s. Yeah, again, just make sure that you're getting the right version, and they should all be compatible with each other, as long as they're for the right specification. All right, let's moving on to the next one. Are you sipping on? Okay, all right, so the answer to that one. Okay, Mr. God, what's your holy grail gun? What's my holy grail gun? All right, I guess more like a maybe personal gun. What is your favorite gun right now in your collection?
In my collection?
Yeah, yours.
The one that I'm missing from the collection that I want, the one that I'm after right now, is the Ronin T10.
Okay.
That was my first experience with my own gun, but it was problematic, and I had to end up exchanging it. Got a decent replacement, but it wasn't the same thing.
Gotcha.
So that's the one that I've got a hole in my heart for right now.
A T10.
Yeah.
All right. I guess in my collection, what would be my holy grail? I guess it's really a toss-up between, I would have to say, this isn't necessarily my favorite gun, but I guess would be considered like, it's hard to find this one. Originally, it used to be the oh my god, what the fuck? It used to be the Classic Army CA-58, their version of the FAL, because I had the short version with the rail system on it, which those are like really hard to find nowadays. You have to buy the rail system separate. That one's like really, really cool. I love having that one, and I have brought it out to the field a couple times. I do plan on upgrading the shit out of that one, though, because it is using a version 3 gearbox that I can upgrade. I just haven't had the time to do it yet. Any other gun that I would say is probably my favorite? I think that one right now is probably the Holy Grail, because that one's just kind of the most rare in my collection. Yeah, I'd probably say that's probably the most rare in my collection. All right, this one comes from the Dapper Geek. Nice name. I want a KWA LM4 and a TM MWS. Which do you recommend? I buy first? Okay, so between the two, I like the TM MWS, but I know Cisco and Boaz both have experience with the MWS, and they have put a lot of money into the upgrade components for it. I think out of the box it performs great, but I know that our standards for, at least because again we're so spoiled, we're so used to like high spec performance like guns, that they just spend a fuck ton of money into the into aftermarket parts for it. But the LM4D, on the other hand, already out of the box, that thing's already competitive, right? It's already shooting at a much higher FPS. It seems to be a lot more consistent and a little bit more gas efficient as well. At least with the LM4D anyway. I don't know about the original LM4. I think if it was a toss-up between the MWS and the original LM4, I might say the MWS. But right now, if we're comparing the LM4D to the TM MWS, I would say the LM4D, personally. Because I'm looking for something that's going to be competitive right out of the box, that you don't need to spend additional funds into in order for it to be like a solid platform, right? All right, let's see here. Ow. Let's see here. I'm trying to see here. Okay, so just recently, this is actually not a question, but a comment. This is from Boba Dom. Just recently got a Zion Arms long rail and PDW M4 based off the recommendations of this channel, and my goodness, I haven't filled them, but they are sweet from what I've tested. Well, Boba Dom, I am very happy that you are happy with your purchase. It makes me very happy to see that we recommended something that you are very happy with. All right, let's see here. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Does the Spectre SMG use the same mags as the Battle X? Question 2, does it have an M4 trigger or MP5 trigger? Okay, so this comes from Rilo. The Spectre SMG uses the same magazines as other MK5 style Airsoft AEGs out there on the market. It does not use the same as the Battle X magazine. Does it have an M4 trigger or an MP5 trigger? I believe it's still using an MP5 trigger. I could be wrong on that, but I'm fairly certain it's still using an MP5 trigger. All right, let's see here. Moving up. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, want to go ahead and give a shout out to, let's see here, to Ocampo. Mr. Ocampo got himself those additional entries. In addition to Ronald, he got himself those additional entries. Guys, these guys are the ones that are smart. They are taking advantage of all the promos going on right now. You guys can be next. But again, right now, if I had to say who is in the lead, it looks like Mr. Mark, I believe it's Mark Popejoy. He has got himself 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway right now. He has the highest odds of winning. He truly does at this moment for $3,700. You guys got to get your entries in if you want to have a chance at winning $3,700. Remember, place an order that is $50 or more, and you will automatically be getting 5 chances into the shopping spree giveaway if you place that order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. However, if you place an order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a $100 plus airsoft gun, it could be for, like I mentioned, the ACW Spectre. It could be for a Zion Arms R15. It could be a pre-order for, if you want to go and get the Sand Viper, right? If you want to get a MGC4 Mark II, right? Literally any airsoft gun that's $100 or more, place an order for one before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you will be getting 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway for $3,700. Don't miss out. You don't want to miss it, guys. And again, for any lurkers out there, any guys that are just watching right now, just watching the stream, right? Haven't really bought anything. First of all, I appreciate the fact that you guys are watching. I really do. It means the world to me that you are choosing to spend your spare time to go ahead and hang out with me and the Mayo Gang and Real Wild. However, you guys are doing yourself a huge disservice by not placing an order. Here's the thing. We're all airsofters. We all need BBs. We all need green gas. We all need batteries and chargers. You might as well order from the one store that's willing to reward your $20 plus order with a chance at winning some major cash back. So place your orders. You don't want to miss out. All right, let's see here. I want to go ahead and make sure I'm not missing anything. Make sure I'm not missing any more questions.
I saw one from Fidelity. What about a sleepover for SoCal BB1s?
A sleepover? Honestly, I'd be down. I would 100% be down. Honestly, it'd be kind of cool if we could. I don't know if this would be possible. This probably wouldn't. It'd be cool if we could all go to Brewer's Brewery and just have a sleepover there.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. Then driving from there over to the field might not be great, but I don't think. I mean, SC Village, when I used to go for paintball, they had a big piece of land that was available. I wonder if they'd let us camp.
Maybe that would be actually cool. Camping out in an airsoft field, that'd be dope. Okay, Boba Dom asks, what's the best place to go play Milsim games, whether it's for indoor or outdoor? Okay, so Boba Dom, the way most Milsim experiences, I'll call them Milsim experiences usually work, is there's not one set field where they do Milsim games necessarily. They can usually, a lot of fields will have objective-based gameplay, right, where you kind of have to work with a team in order to get the objective or to complete the objective, right? That's more so just dependent on the field refs and the owners how they want to go ahead and tackle their game days. That's one of the reasons why I really do enjoy going to Wildlands, because they do like to integrate more objective-based gameplay. Whether it be capture the flag, hold the objective, anything like that, escort the VIP, stuff like that. Stuff that really gets you involved, right? That isn't just your standard, all right, force on force, 5 minutes, go ahead and swap sides and everything. I hate when fields do that. I get it. It's tough to go ahead and sometimes get objective gameplay games going, but when they do, they're super fun. And it just feels lazy when they just do, all right, 5 minutes, just go at it, switch sides after it. It's come on, man. You could put a little more effort into making a better experience for your customers. But for Milsim experiences, for Milsim experiences specifically, usually the way it works is that there's an actual organizer or a parent company that goes out and rents out a venue, right? So sometimes it can be a field, but a lot of times it's maybe a specific spot where film locations, right? So George Air Force Base, right? It's an abandoned military complex training facility that they use or a housing complex that they use now for Milsim events, right? It's a very popular location that is rented out by several organizers to host events there. It can also be something a current military training facility. Sometimes they might say, hey, can we rent this out? And for a certain cost of money, yeah, they'll rent it out. And you can use that location as your area of operation or your AO. It's not really, most of the time it's outdoor. There might be some indoor sections of that facility, if that makes any sort of sense. Like you could be going in like clearing houses that are there, right? Like George Air Force Base, it's a lot of like those apartment complexes that you have to go through and clear out, like sometimes one by one till you find the enemy, right? But as far as like where's the best place, it's really going to be up to you, right? Literally just look up like Milsim events in my area, and you can usually find like several organizers that might be planning something near you. One of my favorite ones to go through is Milsim West, but there's also American Milsim, Lion Claws events. There's several organizers out there that you can go in and check out, and they offer like varying degrees of like the Milsim experience, right? Personally, I prefer Milsim West. I feel like that's the golden standard because you're out there for like 3 days, literally from like Friday night till Saturday midday. You are there. The game is live, and you have to keep your eye protection on at all times, even when you sleep. Because you could very well get killed in your sleep, which is what I like, and you have to bring food and water for 3 days. Like, I prefer that. I prefer that experience. But if that's not your cup of tea, then by all means, there's varying degrees of Milsim out there for you to experience. So, let's see, make sure I'm not missing any of the questions. Scrolling up. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I believe I should, for the most part. Oh, God, it just caught up right now. Sometimes I think I'm caught up with, like, questions, and it, like, for a split second, it loads, and then it just, boop, just, like, a ton of questions and comments right now. All right, let's see. Dapper Geek asks, any chance of you guys coming to the East Coast, Long Island, New York? Not too sure of so far what's going on with the East Coast. I know it is still in the works of being able to get B-Wars coming onto the Eastern Seaboard. I know that's still in the works right now. But as far as the exact location, I'm not 100% certain. Long Island, New York, that would be pretty dang far. Again, eventually we would love to be able to go to every single state and play at the fields. But not too sure if we'd be able to go ahead and do that anytime soon for Long Island specifically. Let's see here. 1 second. All right, sorry guys, gotta go ahead and there's something here. No, I did not see your question. Was it asking about about the debt ceiling? Since we won't default now, do you feel better to spend money? I'm not too sure what to do with that question. I'm not sure what that question means. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions. I think, guys, if you have any questions too, make sure to go and put a Q in front of it. That way I can actually go and answer it. Okay, here we go. Andy here's, I can't find any compatible magazines for KWA Ava in stock. Got a little ching to spend tonight, including the gun. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and check the Ava. Let's see here, Ava. I want to believe that one's still using the curved magazines. Okay, yeah, that one's using the curved magazines. Let's see, KWA magazines. I know we got some stuff in stock. Let me see if we have those magazines currently available. KWA mod. Dang it, yeah, we're still sold out of the Mod 1 magazines. We should be able to go ahead and get them in stock soon. If you want to go ahead and hit the notify me when available button, I would highly recommend you do that. But I mean, there are still plenty of good options right now that are available, man. I mean, like, if you want to go in and see some like really cool stuff, again, just check out all these discounted products, right? Again, 3 hours and 47 minutes left before all these deals expire. You definitely don't want to go ahead and miss out on that. I mean, look at this stuff, right? Turkey Marui SGR 12, right? Normally $676, discounted to $621. Like, what the actual hell is going on, right? That is freaking insane, right? You definitely don't want to miss out on all these deals going on right now. Again, G&G, LCT, right? You got Elite Force. Like, there, again, just so much shit. You definitely got to check this out. And again, place your orders before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you get those 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. All right, let's see here. Answer. I don't know what that question means. If you guys come to the Northeast, look into skirmish paintball in northern Pennsylvania. Interesting. I haven't really traveled too far when it comes to like airsoft specifically. I would love to be able to go out and go to multiple different fields and be able to try out several different fields out there. Because again, I know that there's some really cool fields out there in the U.S. I've never had a chance to like really experience it. I think traveling to U.S. Airsoft World was like such a cool experience for me for BB Wars, because again, it felt like I got to go out and play outside of my regular, right? It just felt like such a cool experience. Okay, let's see. Manuel Chief Torres, what is the magazine compatibility of the Golden Eagle SR25K AEG? The Golden Eagle SR25K, the AEG, is like compatible with a variety of different brand magazines. PTS does make a like EPM style magazine specifically for the SR25, it is compatible with that one. That one specifically is a little tight. You might have to file it down just in order for it to fit just, perfect. But yeah, it is compatible with it. You can go with the D-Boys magazine. You can go with the Classic Army magazines, and they will all work. Yeah, I think even the SEMA had their SR25 magazines. Those are compatible with it as well. So yeah, there's plenty of options when it comes to the SR25. We are as far away from selling out of the swag. Guys, the mystery swag pack, right? Like, if you were looking for just an easy thing to go ahead and pick up from Airsoft GI, right, it's got to be the mystery swag packs. $5. That's literally all it takes. $5, and you get a chance at winning the MGC4 Mark II. Like, one of the best fucking guns to come out in recent years, right? Like, and I'm serious too. Like, even beyond like our bias, right? Like, objectively, I'm looking at that gun for the value. You are getting so much for $315. That is absolutely freaking insane, right? $5. You pick up 4 of these guys, $20. That's an entry into the shopping spree giveaway, and that's 4 chances of winning the MGC4 Mark II. Eli Prather with a $1 donation. Thank you, bro. You do not have to go ahead and give a donation. It's super appreciated, but you do not have to go ahead and do that. Honestly, I'd rather you spend your money at airsoftgi.com and get your entries in as much as you possibly can, because again, we're making it super easy for you guys to go ahead and win the $3,700 prize pot. Don't want to miss out. Seriously, you don't want to miss out. All right, let's see here. Okay, this is the Dapper Geek says, my local field is Strikeforce. Sometimes I go to Cousins Airsoft and Zulu 2 Airsoft. Okay, this is the actual question. Do you know if the PTS mags fits the KWA LM4D? P.S. I know I'm asking a lot about that specific gun. No, dude, don't worry about it. Like, if you have a lot of questions about that gun, don't worry about it. I would rather answer your questions as much as I possibly can to the best of my abilities, right? The PTS mags fit the LM4D. I'm fairly certain they should. I remember seeing Justin using the LM4D with the PTS brand magazines. I think he said that there was one thing about them that was slightly different, but they should be working with that one. Okay, here you go. This is actually a question that you can actually help me out with, real well. Since USA won't default due to the raise of debt ceiling, do you think you will be spending on airsoft guns more freely?
Me personally?
Yeah. I think he's asking you personally.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clarify my response.
Right?
In
Yeah.
I don't know that change today is going to affect my money today. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That has a longer term impact that I'm more worried about for my kids and their offspring.
Yeah. No, of course.
All we're doing is pushing out the problem by raising the debt ceiling and printing more money, proverbially, but maybe not figuratively, actually printing more money to raise the ceiling.
Literally, quite literally.
It just devalues whatever we're backing that money with. So, I don't claim to be educated in global economics, but like in general, do I think it's good for our nation to be doing this kind of thing where we're just pushing out the date before our debt problems become reality?
It's a little iffy.
I'm indifferent on it, I'm not sure that that's the solution, but I'm not so sure I have a better one. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. It's like, what else is the alternative at this point, right? I think for people,
right.
If we had to say for regular people, like outside of you and I would think so. I think maybe some people might be like, oh, okay, now I can go ahead and spend a little bit more. I could see that happening. But I'm not, again, I don't have any factual evidence to go ahead and back this claim up. I don't really know. Yeah, I would say that's a stumper for sure. I wouldn't have an opinion on this, honestly. It's really hard for me to tell.
If raising the debt ceiling comes with another stimulus package, then yeah, I think people are going to be more willing to spend on luxury items with that money.
I think in general, luxury items for sure. I think I could totally see. I think I remember seeing that more and more people when we first started getting the stimulus packages. I started seeing a lot more fucking Chargers on the road. I was like, oh, this is a brand new one, ain't this? I started seeing a lot more nicer cars on the road for a while.
Yeah. And that's the chess game that is global economics, right? How do you stimulate economies? When you think about, you got to incentivize millions of people to spend money.
Yeah, no, it's tough to go and encourage them to spend it when like so much shit has been happening, right? But like, I get it, you have to get them to simulate it, but I just don't know if, again, you're right. Like, I don't know if that's the right means of doing it. Even though, again, it is nice to have it. I don't know what long term effects it's going to have because, again, I'm not an economist, whatever that term is. I'm not. I don't focus on the economy.
I, money's hard, okay?
Money hard, me no like.
Well, I mean, it's difficult. Like at that scale, you're talking about a nation that props up how many other nations' economies?
Yeah.
You know, like I don't claim to be able to move the chess pieces on a board that big.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know either. Honestly, that's a rough one.
It's tough. I mean, that's a loaded question, boss man. But
so that's definitely a loaded question. We're gonna move on to another question. This comes from Eli Prather. He was asking, what mods do I need to make, or no, what mods do I need to do to make a high kappa CO2 ready? Right. Okay. For CO2 ready, I guess it depends on the high kappa, right? Because if you take a high kappa like the KLI Baba Yaga. The Baba Yaga is one of the few pistols that's supposed to be designed to be able to be compatible with CO2 magazines right out of the box, right? For every other like high kappa out there, I don't know if it would truly be like 100% ready. Because again, from what I've seen, just from sheer experience, from taking a look at other people's builds when they bring them in, like their custom high kappas, right? And they're saying like, oh, I tried using CO2 magazines and I started breaking stuff. One of the first things I would say would probably be like the freaking loading nozzle. That's like one of the first things I would assume that you would have to go in and change out. Again, bear in mind, I'm not the best tech in the world. A loading nozzle would probably be like the one thing I would say. Maybe swap it out for an aluminum one. I know my buddy Griff has one and he's used CO2 magazines, and that his aluminum nozzle has worked out pretty well for him. I definitely want to recommend putting in like a Cow one. I like the Cow loading nozzles, but those things break pretty damn easily. I would probably have to say maybe the blowback housing unit as well. I want to go out and change that out. Maybe a stiffer like recoil spring as well, right? You're going to need a little bit of something to go ahead and help move that slide along. CO2 is cool, but I don't know if the current spring you have is strong enough, really. I know that's something that my buddies have changed out on their pistols, and they swap between CO2 and green gas. I think they generally use more green gas, but they have used the CO2 mags before. Yeah, no, it really depends like on how much you're gonna run CO2 through it. I would say, I think again, the first thing that I would personally change it would be that loading nozzle though. That loading nozzle cannot be polymer. The minute it's polymer, I've seen too many of those crack literally in half, like it, or just pieces gone, like they're just missing entirely because they were using CO2 magazines, right? Generally, my rule of thumb is if you have a green gas gun or gun that's designed for use with green gas, don't use CO2 with it, because the CO2 is not designed for it originally and puts a lot more strain on the gun. All right, what's the next video coming up? This is Dapper Geek. You know which video I'm waiting for. I know you are waiting, Dapper Geek, on the LM4D video. Believe me, that one's coming out. We ran into some troubles with filming the last time we had the KWA LM4D. But we should be getting that one back up on the road pretty soon. We had other videos that needed to go out as well, so it basically just got put on the back burner. We had troubles with filming with the camera and everything. It was a whole mess, but eventually we were able to get it sorted out. But we should be able to go ahead and get filming with the LM4D fairly soon. It's just going to be a matter of time because we have other videos too that we have to go ahead and get done. I think the next video coming up might be the BB Wars, another BB Wars promo, like another cool like tactical video. This one, honestly, I'm very proud of. Boaz did a fantastic job making it feel very cinematic. I'm actually genuinely excited for you guys to see this one. I saw the rough cut of it. It looks freaking dope, but I cannot wait for you guys to go ahead and see it as well. All right. Can you tell us about this, Dapper Geek? Can you tell us about any new upcoming products? Have you had a chance, Ruel, to look at some of the new shit that we have on our website?
Was watching your range talk today, looking at all those pistols that you guys were showing off, and had trouble picking my jaw up. Like, what those are? What the matching set box? That looked pretty tight.
Yeah, dude. No, the freaking all the Vorsk pistols and Raven pistols,
yeah.
Dude, those are dope. Like, okay, I I'm glad. Obviously, here's the thing. Like, if you're going to compare this to, like, your Pit Viper, right? Obviously, yes, you're going to be able to tell that the Pit Viper is definitely a much higher, like, quality of a pistol comparatively to, like, you know, one of these Vorse pistols. Like, the finish on it's going to be completely different. The build quality is going to be different. But you are paying top dollar for a top dollar airsoft gun. With these Vorse pistols, they're offering so much variety, you know, for you to go, for you to get. And there's so many different options, right, that you can get out here. That package you're talking about, the CS Defender Pro double pack, that thing is freaking sick, man. Like, you get 2 of those TM spec 1911s. You know, they got the wood panels with some rubber sections on there, pre-installed compensators on there, 2-tone like finish, so you got the silver and the black. Like, you get 4 magazines. You get 2 regular mags and 2 extended magazines, in addition to replacement loading nozzles and O-rings right out of the box. Literally everything you need to go ahead and, you know, start tackling the airsoft fields. It's freaking awesome. Like, I was thoroughly impressed with it. And for $303, divide that by 2, that's like what? $150? So you get $150 for for a TM spec 1911 with 2 magazines that's already pre-built for you, and that's still upgradable aftermarket. Like, that is actually impressive. And especially right now, because if you guys didn't notice, if you guys can't see, they are on a shocker deal right now. Super discounted. They're normally $303. They're discounted right now to $278. $278.76. Like, that is absolutely a steal. Don't miss out, because again, there are so many pistols that are discounted right now. But yeah, no, these Vorse pistols, there's so many different options that are available. And oddly enough, if you believe it, there's more. Like, there's actually more coming on the way too. Like, I put in, like, how many was it? It was like 40 something. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 40 something new, like, pistols that were there, and like there's more still, like, coming on the way that, like, are being added to our distributor. So I'm adding them onto our website as we speak. Like, you'll probably see maybe more going live tomorrow. It's insane how many there are, and many of them actually are going to come included with, again, more of the pre-installed red dot sights. How crazy is that, right? Like, you get a pre-installed red dot sight on some of your on some of those Vorse pistols, and it's less than $200.
Right. I mean, in the car business, they used to call it smiles per gallon. Right. How many smiles per BB will you get out of $140 pair of or a $300 pair of pistols?
Yeah, like, that's fucking cool, man. Like, was there, okay, outside of the pack, like the dual wield pack, was there any other pistol that you saw out of the new Vorsk stuff that was, like, pretty cool, that, in your opinion, that you are considering picking up?
There was one that I didn't get the model of it from the clip that I was watching, but it looked like it looked like a 1911, but had the high kappa grip, and I was curious if I'm trying to remember. It was a full metal frame,
okay,
that looked like it had separate handle scales screwed onto it.
Oh, okay. I think that's like the VPX or like the VP14. I believe it's the VP14 or VPX14.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. We showed that off today, right?
Yeah, today, like, Cisco was actually making a comment about the full metal frame of it, with the grip being a separate, like, applique, which implies that you could probably replace that with, you know, aftermarket grip scales.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I believe it's the VX14. Yeah, it should be the VX14. That one is, yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Because you look at it and it's like, that's a 1911, but then you hold it and then you see the magazine, how thick it is, and it's like, oh, this is a high kappa.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's cool, man. Like, I think these are freaking cool ass pistols.
It was deceptively looking like a 1911, but was actually a high kappa grip.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these are freaking cool. And again, that's another option that's, like, super discounted right now. But again, only for, like...
Yep, that was it.
Yep, VX14. Yeah, only for, like, another 2 hours and 58 minutes. It's, I mean, like, again, even normal price, even normal retail for 141, that's absolutely fucking insane. Like, 141, and you're getting that, like, the pre-threaded outer barrel, right? And this is one of those models that, again, this one blew my mind because they have a inner barrel, right? That's also threaded. You can throw in an extension for your inner barrel, not the outer barrel, for the inner barrel.
Right.
Like,
right.
What?
Yeah, first time I'd seen anything like that, which I thought was kind of interesting. And, like, for that price, who would?
Yeah, right. Like,
want to run around a field with it.
I feel like it's not necessarily a new thing. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's been around for a while. Chad, if you know, just let me know. But, like, yeah, like, I I feel like I've seen that on other platforms. Like, I don't think that's a brand new design. However, it's one of those designs I just don't see very often. And I know for a fact a lot of these Vorsk airsoft pistols are using a 603 Type 4 inner barrel out of the box. So if that's the case, holy shit, man, that's fucking insane. Especially again for that price, $129.72. Damn,
Right.
hot damn.
I mean, I don't know this brand from any other, right? For dependability, reliability.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Take that with a grain of salt from the newbie here, but like to me, that looks like a pretty good deal that I could go give my teenage kids to go run around on the paint or on the field.
Oh, dude, he'd be
and
ecstatic.
Not be too heartbroken if it didn't survive too many games,
Yeah, that's the thing about like these Vorce pistols too, is that they are TM spec. So I mean, like if you were looking for a pistol that pretty cheap but looks cool, and you can still throw in like other parts and it has a lot of potential, I would honestly recommend one of these guys. Normally, I recommend like going with the Golden Eagle high kappas, right? Because they're solid, they get the job done. They're TM specs,
Right.
so you can build them out. But if they wanted a little more variety, these Vorsk options, man, like I'm gonna be honest, this is slowly becoming like my another alternative that I would suggest in addition to Golden Eagle. Okay, this is a good question. How would you? This one's actually a good one. It's the Dapper Geek again. He's asking, how would you protect an RMR on a pistol from being shot out? I don't have plot armor like my teammates do. I feel that, dude. I feel that. I've had optics shot out before in the past. That shit sucks. For an RMR, that's a tough one because you don't really see too many like sight protectors for like micro red dots, right? It's not like you can just like a regular AR or like any other gun where you have like Picatinny up top, right? And you can just mount like a regular BB shield in front of it. That one's pretty tough. I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually not 100% certain like what are the best means of protecting an RMR pistol. Let me see here. Mike, let's see. RMR. I put TNT. What the heck is wrong with the RMR? Let's see here. I don't think we have any sight protectors currently. I mean, there's this one, but that one's specifically for Glocks, right? The Lelex Glock Series direct mount scope protector. So you would put this was literally like a freaking extension that reaches out over here, and it has this like glass shield up in front, or not glass, but it has this like protective layer that'll protect your like RMR. But that's specifically for the Umarex series Glocks. I don't know if there's one yet for a high kappa. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be one like a sight protector just yet for a high kappa. It'd be cool if there was. I'm pretty sure it's in the works. I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming out. There are more and more companies day by day that are going to be coming out with pre-installed RMRs or guns that are like ready to take micro red dots right out of the box with the mounting hardware already included in there. So it's only going to be a matter of time before that becomes more of a more common item or more of a commodity in the airsoft market. Oh, before we go on, I want to go ahead and give out a shout out to Dominic because he just got himself 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. He picked up an airsoft gun that was $100 in value or greater. Guys, place your orders. Again, any airsoft gun, literally anything. It could be a gas blowback, it could be a sniper rifle, it could be a AEG. Doesn't matter if it's $100 and it's an airsoft gun specifically. You place your order before 9:30, so literally just like 27 minutes left. Place it before the end of the stream, and you get 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Right now, him and Mark have the highest odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Don't miss out. We want everyone to have a fair chance. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so place your orders now. All right, let's see here. That looks like it says enemy. What happened? What'd you say?
I said Cutter's got a question in here. How good is the seal when you screwed that barrel extension together on that Vorsk?
How good is seal bond of screwing the Vorce inner barrels together?
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, I see him. From what I can tell, I didn't see that there was any sort of. I haven't been able to like chrono it, right? So I can't like say for certain. But as far as like. It wasn't like super loose when I screwed on the actual threads. Like once I like got the threads all the way to, it seemed like it was pretty damn on there. It wasn't moving. But as far as the actual seal or bond, like as far as like the air seal, whenever I racked back the slide, I believe specifically on the high kappas, it seemed like it was pretty damn tight of a seal from the loading nozzle. Like it wasn't like super just like wobbling around or super loose. It seemed like it had pretty tight air seal. Again, that's just from what we've experienced. We haven't really done too much experimenting with and like truly testing it. But Cutter, from what I can tell, it seems like they're pretty damn solid. You're not really losing any sort of air compression. From what I can tell, we will be definitely doing more experimenting with it later. Because again, these guys are cool. I want to know more about them. Okay, let's see here. I'm missing. Airsoft Brewer. Oh, he says Seabass his Vorsk lands tomorrow. Can't wait to feel it and shoot it. I'll try it and do a video. Yeah, Brewer. Let us know how you like it, man. Like again, I'm curious to see how those work out in the wild. Let's see here. Sure, I saw there was another question. This is from Etivi. He says, "What do you think of the Octurus Sword Mod 1 SPR?" Okay, let's type in sword. I want to get familiar with this one. I remember all these guns once I see them. Sword. Come on. Sword Arcturus. Because I remember having to write the descriptions for all of these. Let's see here. Arcturus. But it takes me a while to remember. Okay, the Sword Mod 1 SBR Lite. Well, I'll say this. When it comes to the Arcturus models, Arcturus is one of those like brands that like you can tell they definitely take the time and care when it comes to like the manufacturing side, right? When it comes to the assembling of their gearboxes, we have yet to see another manufacturer who puts that level of attention when it comes to like shimming their gearbox. They're like one of the very few gearboxes you get out of the box that's like actually really well shimmed. Like most of the time, it's just like, you know, regular factory standard, which is again is fine. You know, it gets the job done. But again, like Arcturus just seems to knock it out of the park with their shimming job right out of the box. Now with the Sword series, yeah, I mean, I have no issues. I have no complaints about it. I don't have too much experience personally running it. Usually I rock the normal like Arcturus like guns whenever I do have an opportunity to shoot them. I usually prefer the standard ones, so like the NYO2 CQ, NYO3 CB, like those models. Even their AK, like their AK-105, again, super solid. I love their micro switch triggers. And it seems like there's so many different versions. Again, if you wanted the 8-inch, the 9.5-inch, or you wanted the carbine 13.5, like they're all going to be solid. You honestly can't go wrong with an Arcturus. Honestly, they're going to serve you very, very well. Scaly Sea Moon, heard great things about this Arcturus Cat Series M4s. Those are also really good. A little bit pricier, but you know what? They ain't bad as well. I'm not a huge fan of the wiring situation. The battery compartment situation is not the best, but honestly, other than that, it's a solid gun. You can't fault it. Eli Prather, we need a fully black Golden Eagle high kappa. I feel like that's a thing. Let's see here. Let's take a look. Golden Eagle high kappa. Actually, when it comes to like pistols, real wild, is there any specific pistol like platform or configuration that you like that just you haven't seen in Airsoft and that you're hoping to run?
Well, I mean, you know, there's some historical stuff like from old school, but I think even those you can find nowadays. I thought I saw one the other day that looked like a replica of the Browning, the German World War II pistol that was the platform that was the basis for the design for Han Solo's blaster.
Oh,
I saw something recently that had one of those in Airsoft, but you know, like for me, the modern stuff, the things that they're modeling after the 1911s, the M92s, those are the, you know, short of getting something like, again, super specialized, like the Luger. I always thought the Luger was a cool looking handgun, but compared to the 1911, it's an awkward thing to holster and carry and load and maintain. You know, it was like form and function. It looks pretty, but pretty things sit on shelves.
True. No, I get that, form over function. But honestly, like I also kind of share your enthusiasm when it comes to like weird shit too, or like unique platforms out there in Airsoft. Like I've gone on and on about like the FAL, but I also do like, you know, if I had to pick a sidearm that I want to start running a little bit more often, I would love to be able to go ahead and run a Browning high power. Honestly, I would love to run a Browning high power as like my primary sidearm. Like that'd be freaking cool. Browning high power. I'd love to be able to go ahead and run something like I do like to run a 226. That's like another on a 229. Again, those are more modern stuff, kind of. They've been out for a while. But if I had to pick a historical pistol, I mean, Browning high power, classic 1911 A1s. Those are always like a favorite of mine. I've always used those. Those are always really good. Honestly, even Lugers. I actually did have a Luger for a while, and I was actually very happy with it. This is the one that Boston's showing me. This is the one that you were actually looking at earlier. Let me pull this up on screen. 63124. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and move that. 63124. I'm pretty sure this is the one that you were mentioning. Yeah, the HFC, the C96. This thing, this thing is freaking cool. Actually, I do remember doing a review on this pistol, the one that you were talking about, the one that was based on the Mauser pistol, the one that was that they used for Han Solo's blaster. Yeah, that pistol is actually, you know what? It's not bad. It's actually not bad. Like for $85, it's a pretty good deal. Like, and I think the only thing was like finding additional magazines, which I believe we did sell. But honestly, I wouldn't necessarily have. If you were looking for something more unique, like more historical stuff, I would say go for it.
Huh.
Yeah, for like
That's
$85,
definitely the
full like blowback. I have no complaints about it, honestly. Like I remember doing a test fire on this, and again, if you guys haven't already, make sure to check out Airsoft GI Reloaded, where I go over like individual, like short 1-minute reviews on guns, go over quick things about them and little tidbits of information, more technical stuff. But I actually do remember going over this pistol, and it was actually a fun pistol. Like again, is it something that I'm gonna recommend be like your primary sidearm for like for forever and ever over like the Pit Viper, for example? No, of course not. The Pit Viper is like a completely modern pistol that you can find magazines for very easily. Same thing with upgrade or replacement components. It's just not going to be on the same level. But if you're looking for just like a fun gun, it's kind of like what I equate the Galaxy to, right? Your kid's Galaxy
for me,
to.
yeah, I agree.
This is going to be on that same level where it's definitely not the most practical thing in the world, but if you were looking for something fun and unique, fuck it. Why not, right? At the end of the day, like, fuck it,
It's
whatever.
the novelty of it, right? It's
Yeah.
the novelty. You know, like that's what I look at the flintlock and thing too, because I do a little bit of pirate enactment stuff, and it's kind of fun to, you know, put on a costume. And well, we don't call them costumes, we call it garb, because when you have it in your closet, it's not really a costume anymore. But yeah, pirate's life for me is sort of my jam, and you know, putting that piece with that costume, with those costume elements, could be just the thing to push it over the edge and make it a ton more fun.
Oh yeah, no, because like all these unique platforms, they make it so much more interesting to like, you know, actually start like getting playing airsoft, right? Because like you get tired of the same old. Like obviously we make fun, you know, the Mayo Gang, Mayo builds, and I get that. There's a reason for it. They're good. They're solid. They're great for everyone. But airsoft also should be fun too. You should be able to like run different and unique platforms out there. I like seeing variety out there. I want to see a guy in like full German kit next to a guy who's in like, you know, rocking Swedish camo, who's got the AK-5C. I want to see a guy, you know, rocking MG42, right? But like I want to see like all these, or like P90s on the field again. I want to see those. Not saying that the P90 was ever really even that great, honestly. Magazine compatibility was pretty terrible when they were still brand new. But like I like seeing more variety out there. I want to see different platforms, because I want to be able to, you know, have different guns and be able to have those be supported. Because whenever people see some of my collection, some of the pieces in there, they're like, oh, where'd you get that? Or like, oh, you can never find those anymore. And it's sad because, you know, I remember a time when you could go out to like a regular store and they would have like fucking like the most like obscure platforms. You'd be able to find like pistols that you just don't find anymore, rifle platforms that don't exist anymore. Like it's sad when I see it, and hopefully I can encourage people to start buying more unique stuff out there, in addition, of course, to the necessities. There's another question that we actually had. What are some great out-of-the-box AEGs for someone getting back into airsofting? Have my eye on the KWA Ronin T10. Thoughts? This comes from Nicholas Lepp. Nicholas, I would say, yeah, the KWA Ronin T10, if you have the funds for it, then by all means, bro, go for it. Full send it. The T10 is one of the coolest guns that you can get. Their kinetic feedback, their electronic recoil system that they have is solid. It's super fun. It's cool. And it looks great.
Yeah, it definitely adds to the experience for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is still upgradable. It is still 100% upgradable. You can still do a lot of upgrade components for it. Honestly, you probably won't need to. Maybe, if anything, swap out the barrel and bucking for a Unicorn Airsoft one, so that way you can be shooting laser beams. But other than that, that gun is solid, dude. Like everyone, like I remember getting a few of my friends into airsoft, right? So a few mutual friends between Boaz and I, and we recommended they get a T10. And when they tried it, they're like, dude, this is like the best thing in the world. They were like super enamored with it. Like, and the T10 like really helps sell it, right? It's just one of those guns that's gonna be great out of the box, and you don't need to do anything to it in order for it to be competitive or fun. It's just a really fun, reliable gun. Highly recommend it. Let's see, if I come into the store, take payment plan. Do you take payment plans like I can put X amount down and pay the rest off 2 weeks later? This comes from Nicholas Lepp. Unfortunately, not. We used to be able to do like layaways way back in the day, but we haven't done that in a while. We had unfortunately a lot of guys that would come in, like put a initial amount down, and then they wouldn't come to pay out the rest. So we're really probably not going to be doing that. anymore. Not at least not that I can see of right now.
Best advice there is buy gift cards.
Yeah,
Stack your gift cards until you have enough to make the purchase you want.
Yeah, that's literally that's the move that a lot of mods have been doing. If they know that they want a very specific gun, what they'll do is they'll buy gift cards, maybe a couple during like again my live stream, so they get multiple entries all at once, right? Again, maximize your chances of winning. But they'll go ahead and pick up the gift cards for the amount that they want to go ahead and the gun is required to buy. So it'll be like $100. They'll buy 4 $20 gift cards, or they'll buy like 2 $50 gift cards, whatever it may be, right? And then usually the vouchers actually clear the very next day. The credit usually goes automatically to your account the very next day. So once it clears, right, then you can go ahead and use that amount to go ahead and buy the gun you want, and then you get an additional entry into the giveaway as well. So that is definitely the way to go ahead and do it, and I highly, highly recommend it. Let's see here. Should modernity return? Eden says, Stitch, reject modernity, return to wood furniture. Eden, I 100% agree. We all need to take a step back and realize, you know what? Maybe I need to stop going for the most modern build. Maybe I need to step back and take a moment to appreciate a good wood handguard. I'm the guy that wants to put a legit wood handguard on my M4 or on my M16s, just because I think it looks cool, and I think that's just the way God intended guns to be: wood and metal. That's all I like. That's all I need. I don't need anything else, right? I don't need to put flashlights on here to go ahead and for clearing out. No, man, no. All I need is just solid wood, a solid piece of wood, and solid piece of metal.
Sounds like you just described the M14.
Hey man, I love the M14. I love the M14.
Right?
Actually, I was describing the FAL, the original one when it came out. But yes,
okay.
And the AK, honestly. A good. Here's the thing. I absolutely 100% love just a solid classic AK build, right? Whether it be a 47, whether it be an AKM, an AKMS, right, with the underfolding stock,
Okay.
I don't need much in order for me to consider a gun looking clean, right? That looks class. Those are timeless designs that are going to be lasting forever. There's always going to be a demand for that. Even if it is small, there's always going to be a demand for a classic looking AK. It just looks good, man.
Totally agree. I'm just chuckling at Sigma's comment in the chat.
Oh no,
If it's not an M4 or a high kappa, I don't want it.
I'm allergic. He always fucking says that to me. I'll show him and he'll be like, "Oh, you got some new airsoft guns to show off for the live stream." I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Let me see." And he looks at it and he's got a disgusted look on his face. He's like, "Does it take high?" And he looks at me. "Does it at least take high kappa magazines?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Does it take M4 magazines?" "No." He's like, "Is it pre-HPA tapped?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "I don't want this," and he drops it. He's like, "I don't want this. This is disgusting." I hate it when he does that shit. Let's see here. Okay, here's a gun. Yeah, Rilo. I stacked the airsoft guns for live stream for a year to buy the gun I wanted. Only way the wife wouldn't shoot me with her real steel. Oh my god. Bro, are you okay, dude? Are you alright? Jesus. Yeah, no, but that is the way. That is definitely the means to do it. Go ahead and buy the gift cards. That's what every mod has done for so long. Buy the gift cards, right, and get the amount that you need to buy the airsoft gun, right? When the voucher's clear, the very next day, that's how long it usually takes, just literally one day. As soon as it clears, go out and buy the airsoft gun, and then you got yourself that many more chances, as opposed to just buying the gun outright, which is, again, I do recommend you guys do, because, again, any airsoft gun that you order right now, that's the only time I'm going to say this is going to break that exception. If you buy an airsoft gun right now, that's $100 or more. It can be literally any of the guns we've talked about shown so far, except for this one. Obviously, this one's not $100. But as long as it's a $100 airsoft gun or more, you are going to be getting 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. 20 chances of winning $3,700. It is absolutely the move right now, because this deal is going to be ending in 10 minutes, 11 minutes, not a whole lot of time, you know what I mean? You definitely want to go ahead and pick this up. And again, if not that, then remember, any $50 plus order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you'll be getting 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. That's 5 chances of winning $3,700. Guys, do not want to miss this opportunity, because, again, we make it so easy. We make it easy on you. I don't remember what that jingle's from, but that was stuck in my head for some reason. Any of the right, I don't remember what this from. Commercials have really done a number on me. Any $50 plus order.
I recognize it too, but I can't remember the company.
Right? It sounds so familiar. Any $50 order that you place before 9:30, and that's 5 engines in the giveaway, and that could be for BB's green gas. It could be for, again, if you want to pick up like a gift card or something. If you want to go ahead and pick up maybe this HFC C96 box cannon airsoft pistol, right? Then yeah, by all means, pick one up, and you will be getting 5 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway for $3,700. We also have the Mayo Gang mystery swag package V14. $5. Literally, that's all it takes. $5, and you get a chance at winning the MGC4 Mark II. You do not want to miss that. You pick up 4 of those bad boys. 4 of those. You're going to be getting 20. Or no, you get 4 of those. You're going to be getting a chance at winning the shopping spree giveaway. What am I saying? You get a chance at winning the shopping spree giveaway, right? And we have a ton of airsoft guns that are also discounted right now, right? We're talking the HK MG4, right? Like, what the fuck? Tokyo Marui, LCT, right? Like, Elite Force. So much shit right now. You guys want to go in and pick up a 240 Bravo or 240? We have a 240 that's available right now. That's on a shocker deal right now. It's normally $660. It's going for $607. $607.20. That is a hell of a steal right now. Or freaking, you want to go in and pick up, let's say, I don't know, a G&G CM16 LMG, right? $526 normal retail. It's discounted for $483.92 right now. Like, what the actual fuck? Right? And then there's so much more. There's like thousands, literally thousands of airsoft guns that are discounted right now. You want to get one of those new custom Cerakoted Glocks, right? You want to go and get an LCK-19. You want to go out and get an AS Val, right? That's freaking cool, right? Like with the Galil folding stock. Oh, it's $450, but it's retailing or right now for like $414. Super discounts, major discounts. Don't miss out. Don't miss out, guys. All right, let's see here. Let's see what else have I missed so far. You know anything about the Army Armament R609? I may have to get that instead of the R603. R609, let's go ahead and pull that bad boy up so I have it on screen. R609. The R609, okay. So the R609 versus the R603, right? I think I prefer the R603 just a little bit more. I'll show that one off as well. R603. I like the R603 just a little bit more because it's more compact. I feel like for high kappas, there's something about like a 4.3 and a 3.8 design that's just super cool to me. I like more of the compact stuff. It might just be because I have baby hands, right? But I don't know. For me, I prefer the smaller stuff when it comes to, or the smaller compact designs when it comes to high kappas. But you honestly can't go wrong because the Army Armament did a bang up job with both those pistols. When it comes to pistols, are you more of a full length guy or do you prefer like more of the compacts?
It depends on the application. Mm-hmm. I've got the 603 that I chose for my airsoft loadout.
Yeah.
And I chose it because it closest matches the stuff that I carry, that I use in real life. Like the kind that I can't point at people. And it fits the hand as well. Its dimensions are the same. It holsters cleanly just like the other. So for me, it's the best stimulation that I could approximate to stuff that I'm familiar with. Mm-hmm. So like when I holster this, it feels normal to me. It feels natural.
Got it.
So for me, it's the smaller, the more compact. Like I tried, holstering the Pit Viper in the same holster. And even though it doesn't lock into place, I can, if I'm not running around, it'll sit there just nice. But because it's got a longer slide, it's just a longer reach. I'd have to lower my holster rig to accommodate that, range of motion difference. So like I'm a fan of the compact because they draw smoother and easier. Mm-hmm. And usually for me, like in my airsoft experience, it's a quick transition as I'm going through a doorway and realize that, my long gun is too long and I have to go to pistol. So I want those motions to be quick and fluid and stuff that I'm fluent in, and so the more compact to me is just, for me, it's a more carryable.
Gotcha. No, for me, I like the compacts one because I feel like they fit in my hand a little better. I like my big chunky pistols, don't get me wrong, but I feel like if I'm playing especially because if I'm using it in a CQB environment, why would I want the gun to be bigger? Like, you know what I mean? Like, right. Why would I want the gun to be longer if I'm trying to be as like compact as possible, right? Having an actual compact pistol or subcompact pistol is like ideal, right, for playing in that environment. But again, to each their own. I've seen guys literally go out with like 5.4 length high kappas, right? Like fucking ridiculous shit out there. Like, and honestly, they make it work. And if you're that good of a player, by all means, all power to you. But I do feel like for pistols, it's just easier if you have a compact. All right, next question.
And it's what you train
what's up?
it's what you train with, like
Yeah.
I work in the computer industry, and it used to be the question between Mac or PC. And I said, well, which did you learn first? Because that's what you're going to be most comfortable in, and that's what your preference is most likely going to be.
That's what you're going to gravitate towards.
Yeah.
All right, this next one is actually I can actually help with this one quite a bit. Dylan W asks, any recommendation for upgrades to... Actually, wait a minute. I see your freaking comment. Classic wood and rope construction.
Oh, that was responding
for the trebuchet? From Chef Pandakaka. If we're talking classics, break out the old trebuchet. Back in my day, we had the trebuchets. Fucking boomers, man, all of you. That's how you used to play Airsoft? Jesus. Back freaking Stone Age over there. All right, Dylan W asks, any recommendations for upgrades to the LCT RPK wood furniture version? I bought a Typhoon from you guys a while back, but it's time for an LMG. Dylan W, well, if you do decide to do that, I highly recommend you do it within like 4 minutes. And pick up all your parts from Airsoft GI, because again, the live stream is ending, and so are all the promos. But I would say for the LCT, because they are using a standard version 3 gearbox, for any LMG build, because you are going to be using full auto, the biggest things you want to go ahead and upgrade are going to be the gear set. Now, you can go as fast as you want to, right? Personally, I think for me, I would probably say go with like either a 13 or 12 to 1 gear set, right? 12 to 1 13 ratio gear set. You can get away with a 16, but it's going to be a little slow. But that, again, personal preference. Really depends on what sort of rate of fire you're looking at. But personally, I like to go with a 13 or 12 to 1 ratio gear set. I will swap out the piston, ideally for a lightened one, like maybe like something that's got a little bit more, like maybe not like the Swiss cheese one. I know some techs have a preference against that one. Again, I'm not a tech, so I want to be able to tell you which one is the best one. But ideally something with a full metal rack piston, something that's lightened down so it's not super heavy. I would say maybe go for like either like a balance or like a high torque motor. You could go high speed if you wanted to, but again, if you're going to be shooting like closer to 400 FPS, I would probably say maybe stick with like a high torque motor preferably. I've used like the CNC 25K motors. Those are good. The Arcturus 28K motors, I like those a lot. I don't know if I would say go with the G&G iFrit motor for that one. I don't know if it's torquey enough. Again, techs, you should be able to go ahead and like be able to give a better recommendation when it comes to the motor. But for me, from what I've noticed, what works on a lot of my personal builds, going with like a balance or like a torque setup is usually the best way to go ahead and do it, in addition to quote unquote high speed gears. But again, the piston is like probably the biggest thing that I would recommend you swap out. Full metal rack piston, something light that's not super heavy. That's probably going to be the biggest things that I would suggest. Honestly, one thing that gets slept on for LMGs is also range and accuracy. I would 100% recommend swapping out the inner barrel and bucking. Swap it out again. Easiest one to go with. Easiest one is going to be going with either a Unicorn Airsoft brand version, or I've also used Prometheus. I've had good experience with Prometheus in the past. They're a little bit pricey for some of them, but honestly, I've had good experiences, nothing but good experiences with Prometheus Type 4 inner barrels. They're solid. They get the job done. They just won't come included with a bucking and or hop up nub like the Unicorn Airsoft brand does. But yeah, I would say go with that setup, and that should be, you're pretty much set, right? They're obviously like get a good tech that can properly shim it as well. Good shimming is the key to a longer lifespan for your gearbox. Like seriously, get someone that knows how to like shim it very, very well, and it will last you quite a while. Gnarls asks, Q, what's good with the naked MGC4 Mark IIs? They should be on the way. They should be here soon, Gnarls. So just keep an eye out for those. We were going to be blasting it as soon as we get them in. Eden, I might DM you my ENL AKS74 in build later if you want a more classic build. Eden, yeah, I love seeing classic builds. Eden, I would love to go ahead and see what your builds are. Let's see here, making sure I'm not missing any more questions. Can you check the video on my RPK in the Discord and tell me what gears you think are in it, thinking they aren't crazy. Hint, they aren't crazy fast. If that's from Ranger Airsoft. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go and check that out. Brewer says, Promi barrels are amazing. Yeah, no, I Promi barrels get the job done for sure. I've had nothing but good experiences with them. Again, from what I've seen now, I do prefer the Unicorn Airsoft stuff. But again, nothing wrong with a solid Promi barrel. All right, guys, again, we only have like literally a minute left, so make sure you finalize those orders before the live stream ends. You only got like literally a few more seconds left, so place your orders now, guys. Again, any $50 order place gets you 5 entries. Any $100 airsoft gun order gets you 20 entries. Let's see. Actually, I wanted to go and say, James, honestly, it's been really cool that you actually joined up on the live stream. I'm sorry I messaged you a little bit like closer to the deadline. I meant to message you
it's all
earlier
good,
in the
man.
week, but it actually means the world that you actually decided to go ahead and hang out with us and be on the live stream. It was really cool to have you on, dude.
Hey, glad to be here, man. I really enjoy this community, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And thanks for having me tonight. I hope I wasn't too, noob for most of the folks.
Bro,
out there,
fuck no. Hell no, no, dude.
Real tech savvy dudes on here, and I'm always like, oh, I'm not gonna measure up, but
No, dude, even then,
I have a blast.
no, dude, like, it's honestly, I don't care, like, what sort of knowledge you may have. It's more so, because, again, I like having people on who have different experience levels. Obviously, yeah, it's, like, it's nice when they have more experience, for sure. But, like, honestly, I like getting, like, multiple different types of people's perspective, because when I hear, like, what a new player has to say, right, someone that's just getting into the airsoft scene now, I like seeing what their perspective is. Because I've been playing for fucking, oh, my God, how long have I been playing for?
13 years.
Yes, thank you. 13 years. Yes. I love how you remembered it. I didn't. For 13 years, right? For 13 years I've been playing, and I have had a lot of experience, and I grew up and airsoft was a bit different back then. And airsoft definitely has changed. The guns have changed. What's out there has changed.
The world evolves. We got to evolve with it. And like what I found here is a community of people that kind of get that. They don't take themselves too seriously. They know what they know. They're willing to share what they know, and really very openly. And I'm appreciative of all the folks in this crowd and the people that, we got to go play with at Coastal Front. I anticipate we will meet on the field again many times over the course of our life.
Yeah, honestly, I can't wait till the next I mean, okay, I don't know if I should say it, but let's just say that a BB Wars is I don't know if it's been announced or not, but like it might be happening again in California sooner than we think.
Yeah, it got announced.
Yeah. Like that, I cannot wait until like we can all go out and like play again. I am really looking forward to that. I want to hang out with every single member of the Mayo Gang. Oh, before I go, I want to go and give a shout out to, looks like Ronald, he got himself that additional 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. It looks like Carlos and Efrain, my man Efrain, got themselves the 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. They took advantage of the promo, and they have the highest odds right now of winning the $3,700. Guys, it has been real. I've really appreciated everyone that came out to enjoy the live stream. It was really cool. Honestly, I really did enjoy it. I really enjoyed having you on, James. It was super cool. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up now. I'll probably see you on the Discord, man.
Sounds good, man. We'll be in touch. Take care.
Take it easy, man. All right, guys. Again, for everyone that joined the live stream right now, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me that you guys decided to spend your time hanging out with me. I have a blast doing these. I genuinely do, and I hope I was able to answer as many people's questions as I possibly can. If not, feel free to go ahead and join us for the next live stream as well. We're actually going to be doing another live stream tomorrow in the storefront, the Custom Showroom and Lounge at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so make sure you guys are there. Again, it's going to be in the same spot on the main YouTube channel, so make sure that you guys hang out for that. We're going to be going over some new products as well. Definitely some more Vorsk pistols, because they keep adding more, and those are freaking dope. But some new accessories that we're going to be going over tomorrow as well, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And remember, guys, any $20 plus order you place will get you an entry into the shopping spree giveaway. My name's Isaias. It has been super real. Really appreciate everyone for being able to hang out with me and being able to provide for us. If you want to go and support the channel, make sure to go and place all your orders from Airsoft GI. The number